Goodbye, Acog. You will not be missed. Let me explain. I'm gonna go in depth about my true opinion on Acogs for defense, but long story short, I think this will help balance out defense for attack. So many times is a 5v3 in the first 20 seconds of the round because someone got spawn peeked or is being contested from 2 hallways down. And those who think this is gonna kill the game, you're the same person from console who watches Jinxie all day. And those hopping on the hate train saying it's gonna kill Siege, you said the same thing for the new sound, the Clash rework, and 95% of you guys are just coping because you can't adapt. And I think a lot of you guys forget about how many 1x's are good out there. I mean, Goyle will have the same vector as Mira and that thing shreds. So go ahead, hop on the hate train, but give it a month and see if you still have the same opinion about Acogs on defense. Don't forget to get my in-game charm by subscribing on Twitch and use code Athieno for 10% off your gamer subs order. All right, guys, let's talk about the most controversial change in possibly Siege history. We have the Acog removal. I'm on test server right now on PC. You guys can play it too, but let's have a chat. But before we get into that, let's talk about just the quick history of Acog. So Acog first came in the game a long time ago. The game came out and it was on mainly Doc, Rook, Jaeger, and Bandit. Jaeger and Bandit was like the pioneers of running around with the Acog, but that took away from their ability to the utility. So the first massacre was... My game crashed. Anyways, though, besides the game crashing, yeah, Jaeger, Bandit, Acog, everyone loved it. And when it got taken away, it was tough for a lot of people, and it became a meme for a long time to get their Acogs to come back. I feel like that was like the first big patch note of the game. So once that was a thing, then people eventually just went back to using the 1x's. But people like Echo still had Acog, Maestro had Acog back in the day. But now we moved on to the era of 1.5s. 1.5 scope came out, you know, 3 years ago. I remember because when I was in Challenger League, we would start using it a fuck ton. We would spam the operators that had 1.5 scopes. Like, we'll have strats where we just have Alibi run around and kill everyone. And the 1.5 was controversial because people were like, oh, it ruined the game. It started the TDM meta. I personally think it did, because this was also when the LMG meta was a thing too. Zofia and Finka. And when they had the LMG, like, this was prime when TSM also was super dominant. And I just like watching Bolo play the Finka LMG and then them eventually win the tournament. That's like really was stuck in my mind. But yeah, I personally think the TDM meta did kind of form from people realizing, oh, with the 1.5, I don't have to rely much on teamwork. I can kind of just, you know, solo lurk and keep myself alive and kill anybody I need.
Use your drone to locate a bomb.
You have a gun that can potentially kill anyone from any distance. That allowed people to take more ground in space, because as you're walking through the map, you know, you're not really at a disadvantage most of the time because you can zoom in on wherever you're going. And especially with one shot headshot, it's super easy to delete people in this game. And that kind of feel like, and this was also fresh off the utility meta too, when like Jaeger had three ADSs with 3 projectiles each. So like you could catch up in 9 grenades, 9 flashbangs. So
5 seconds to insert.
After that, it's like, why try to plant the bomb? Why do all this utility when we can just kill everybody? And I think it started to build a lot of comfort with players. I also did point this out like 2 years ago. Just like players' attention spans, bro. Just all this social media, TikTok, and all this kind of stuff. It's like, what's the easiest way I can do something? And in a game like Siege, where it's kind of meant to be tactical, a lot of people don't like that. Like, yeah, it is easy to kill someone, but you do what the most you can to protect your life, right? You play behind cover, drone out stuff. Oh, fuck. Shit. But yeah, arguably 1.5 is just kind of made players rely more on their gun skill than kind of having to work too much, especially in ranked too. Like ranked is kind of like, it's almost every man for himself. You just kind of just going through the motion, and that's how it did feel a lot. Is like just going through the motion. Like you don't have to worry about too much of your team. Just push, like lurk them across the map, go for a spawn peek. And even though these methods all did exist earlier, it just kind of felt like players that didn't really bother to do the alternative. Why try to open up all these walls and use utility when you
Op 4
can
last
just
operator standing.
run around and kill everyone? After the 1.5s got taken away, well, they got like moved to a lot of people. Mira got it, Legion got it. It was just a very easy time. And then eventually they just took out 1.5s overall, and then just merged it with ACOG. Then ACOGs were moved around. People like Malusi and Wamai got them. That was a little bit of a crazy time, I ain't gonna cap. But then eventually the pick rates would just skyrocket. So they're like, okay, never mind, we gotta take it away. This is where like people started to realize like balancing changes were just, okay, 1.5 scope is the holy grail. Let's just give the best attachment in the game to operators who are not getting picked because they're either the loadout or their utility is just god awful. Let's say an operator doesn't have a secondary shotgun or a bailiff, or maybe their main gun just kind of is eh. That's why Rook is low-key chopped without his ACOG, but I mean they gave him C4 now, but that's a little off topic from the new season. But then Ubisoft goes to the cycle of, hey, if this operator is not good, let's give them a magnified scope. It's kind of like giving a kid an iPad just to shut the fuck up, basically. Now they kind of realize, okay, no matter what we do, some operators are going to have a magnified scope, and whoever those operators are, whether it's fucking some of the worst ability in the game like Alibi, they somehow skyrocket to the top because it's a high fire rate gun and you can just farm headshots without having to worry about positioning or like working with their team. So I guess that kind of led to what they were wanting to remove ACOG from. Oh god, I have this Tesla loadout. But the question is, like, is it a W or L? What do you guys think in the chat right now? Y'all like it or dislike the ACOG thing removed from defense? And please elaborate your opinion while we have this conversation. Let's talk about the pros and the cons. Let's talk about the pros of ACOG. Pros of ACOG, it allows like site players with anchors or like DMRs to have lots of lines of sight, right? It allows them to hold angles and, you know, show off their abilities with like their sight setup. And I mean, it's easy to take gunfights everywhere. You don't have to worry about too much teamwork. What the hell? Did he slip on a banana peel or what? Look at him. Dude, this scope is horrendous. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But there's just a lot of... I feel like there's more cons to ACOG. Like, you have players that are like... They're decent at the game, but they can use... Like, spawn peaks are just annoying, bro. I know, like, I'm not against spawn peaks. You know, like when Valkyrie used to throw her cameras outside and then you kind of go for it. Yes, I agree. Like, you gotta watch them and you gotta, like, play safe around it. But I feel like it was just... too much at times. It's a 5v3 in the first 30 seconds of the round at times too. Because when attackers are trying to get in their first piece of map control, they're approached with Goyo ACOG and Doc ACOG like every single time. And then you're left on 1 HP the entire round and then Doc starts overstemming. It's just a fight across many hallways at a time. I think in defense already has an advantage of the enemy coming to you and you have sight set up and all that. Attack, you're coming from outside the building. You gotta look into windows. You gotta look into the bomb site too. If you really think just from just like a fundamental standpoint, defenders in Siege are meant to defend the bomb sites inside the buildings, right? And fight mainly inside. Mainly, it's like, I'm not saying you have to camp corners and all that BS, but oh god, I have Hollow One. Habana. Dude, these test overloads are awful. What the heck? But I think it's just more... It's more balanced and fair. If defense is going to have like all this, if it's already this hard for people to come in, it's all right. Just leave them on 1x. And I know they said that there's going to be ACOGs on DMRs and slug shotguns. I agree with that because those are not overly highly pick rate, but we might see the same thing happen again where it's just whoever has the ACOG and the magnify scopes, players will just play them regardless and just crush the fuck out of them. Although DMRs are not automatic, but they do like so much damage. I mean, Aruni and Tubarao haven't been that much of an issue, but who knows? We might see the great migration. I much want to bet that I can just plan here. Letting. No way I get this off.
Diffuser is active, protected at all costs. 4 remain.
Swapping mags.
But yeah, I'm actually very excited for defenses to have the 1Xs only. Actually, like, you know what? Everyone knows the famous, you know, Frost setup here, but this is a very popular setup where you hold this with a shield. But like the ACOG is just what makes it so much easier. But it will force players to kind of get used to the hollow. We might see people even use more 4x3 on defense now. Also 84 FOV too. 84 FOV I'll show you guys right now. So if I were to swap to here, because I'm on max settings and everything. Let's go to 4x3, 84 FOV. Enemies are a little bit closer. They move a little bit slower. But yeah, chat, what do you guys think about the ACOG move so far? Also, like, if we compare the reticle of ACOG versus Hollow, or like a lot of other 1Xs, ACOG is really easy to see through. I mean, the reticle doesn't take up a lot of space. Got a little triangle for you to aim through too. Okay. My sense is fucking high as shit on 4x3. I totally forgot. Yeah, that was bad aim by me.
One friendly operator remaining.
It's just whenever I switch aspect ratios. Also, this 84 FOV, I gotta get used to it too. But that will not cover up for the potato there. But I will say, if I had an ACOG right there, who knows? That fight might have been a lot different. But yeah, I mean, let's think about like operators that will thrive without the ACOG. I mean, guys, we have many people already. We have Legion, Mute, Smoke, Solus, Lucy. I mean, Mira already was already pretty good. I mean, Mira's like Goyle, but it's different. Alright, chat, I can't promise I'll hit shots. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna stop this shit. This shit is fucking not it, bro. What the fuck, bro? Cutscene 4.
One op 4 remaining.
No ACOG needed. We don't need no ACOG out here. Hey, chat, yes or no? Should they give Stim Pistol ACOG or what? I just realized there's nobody else on the other team. Just gonna win the game. But yeah, guys, let's get some opinions going though. Y'all, I personally think the future of ACOG is gonna be fun. Please have it stay on attack. Also, every TikTok clip I ever come across on like Siege side of TikTok, it's the same thing every single time. Goyo, Doc, Warden, just all the same. Those same 3 people. Which gun are you gonna use on Goyle now the ACOG has been removed from this SMG? I mean, TCSG and the Vector is just personal preference. They're both very strong guns and good. The Vector, guys, still is gonna be very good. Don't think just because a gun has a 1X, it means I'm not gonna use it anymore. Unless you're like Rook. ACOG being removed from defense is not like they're forced to use pistols now, you know? The gun still works. Doesn't it help to stop spawn peeking? Spawn peeking and just walking through the building, you know, it just makes it a harder time for attackers to get in the building. It's alright though, you know. Now that you guys know my opinion, let's get in some gameplay with ACOG when we get on defense. Okay.
One op 4 remaining. Friendly victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
All right, Goyle. Goyle feeling pretty good with the Vector. High fire rate's feeling great. What the fuck? Dude, what? We didn't even reinforce the main wall? Thank God I got on cams quick, bro. I could be able to hop out here. I'm just gonna wait though. I'll hop out the window and kill the Sens. And they also have the diffuser too, so this might be good for me. Is their teammate is not gonna come help their... Wow. That team is just gonna bleed out. When he crosses into IT, then I'm gonna peek him. For now.
One op 4 remaining. You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
Grab the diffuser.
Reload!
Your location has been compromised. 15 seconds. Friendly, last operator standing. 10 seconds left. Friendly's victorious.
Jesus, I was too close. Too close of a round. Okay, maybe enough of Goyo. Let's maybe get some dot gameplay. Nah, I feel like Goyo might be better. Hang on, cap. I'm just gonna keep trying different scopes. See where I liked it.
Op 4 eliminated.
The red dot felt great right there. 3 kills, boom. Not too bad for Goyo.
I got the diffuser and reading.
What the
1
fuck?
Op 4 remaining.
Shake and bake.
Still got this. She's scared to play. Might have jumped down, nice.
Jesus
Op 4
Christ.
Skylight.
That recoil long after shooting the first 10 bullets. That shit kicking, bro. Okay, here we go. First time chatter. No more ACOG, gonna kill the game. Kill the game. I think ACOG, losing ACOG on defense is only gonna turn off the people who just fucking game hop the game. They just play, run around Call of Duty, boom. Not fun anymore. Okay, let's go play a different game. The game would be perfectly fine on defense without the ACOG. Most people complain they can't play Doc and Goyle every round with impacts. Hey, give it a month or two. Let's see who's still playing the game, you know? Oh yeah, we get spawn peek with Echo here. This might be good.
Thick Ewok? How thick are we talking?
Like I can barely fit it through a doorway. Yeah.
Dude, your voice sounds good.
Yeah.
Probably your mic.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Is he still outside bakery?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Is it cool if I get him?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, this guy, I didn't get him. Right back, I'm gonna hit him. What do you think about Jinxie not playing R6? No issue. He can play whatever he wants. You know why? Because it's his stream. Now, I know a lot of people do miss him on Siege. They're like, oh, but that's what's made him. But nah, bro. Jinxie made himself. He can play, no matter what game he plays, he'll still average 20, 30,000 viewers. He's growing his audience extremely well right now, and I think he's having a lot more fun playing a different game. Siege, he can only do so much, man. What's he gonna do? Like, I know Richard said it before, but like, what's he gonna do? Just spark up ranked? Can't really do that. But this allows Jinxie to have a new game to like show off his how he can be a great content creator. All these like 1v1s versus everyone, new tournaments. Man, he can only mix up. He can only have Shaiko, Spoit, and Bolo fight each other and all his content buddies so many times and react to clips. He'll eventually come back when the new season probably pops up. But for now, man, dude, he's reaching new heights with Clash Royale. So let him be, guys.